Hello from my balcony. It's a very beautiful, lovely, sunny day in Oxford. I was walking home from my friend's graduation pictures recently, actually just now, and I saw a comment which said, "Look, I messed up my first exam. I was feeling very unconfident, but thanks for popping up. I really like this video." So I thought, well, actually, in the last video, I talked about how you can approach your first exam. Today, we're going to be talking about how you can approach an exam if you've messed up your first exam. How can you do the confidence? How can you get that confidence required to perform well? Because I recognize completely that you can really mess it up. You can really kind of feel unconfident if your first exams did horribly wrong. You've gone into your first exam, you've messed it up, and you're like, I know I didn't do well. That's a very big attack on your confidence, and I completely understand that, because exams are not just like I know stuff. It's not just about knowledge recall, but it's also about how you feel going into that exam, going into those A levels. If you've messed up your first one, you could be like, oh, I'm not sure whether I'm right. That internal doubt is something very problematic and something which can be very detrimental. So what I want to talk to you today is not necessarily anything new from what I said in the last session, but I just want to talk about how important it is for that mindset to be going into each exam as if it is your first exam. It's not about you saying, well, okay, I've done 2 exams, this is the third one. It's a linear kind of correlation between them. You have to have the mindset to say, all right, I'm starting from square one each time. And for people who play football, you always hear this saying, oh, it's 0-0, guys, we go again. You lose, you did bad, it's still 0-0. We act as if it is still very good. It's 0-0. And if you've done well, you also say it's 0-0, guys, we have to keep going. And that's a mentality that you have to apply to your exams. You have to be, on one hand, by saying if you're doing well, to be like, all right, I'm not going to get carried away here. But if you're doing poorly, you're also not going to get carried away. You're going to say, all right, this is a fresh exam, a fresh start. There is no correlation. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to treat this as a completely new individual exam, and not think about what I've done in the past. And building upon from that, just go watch the other video where I talk about how you can build that confidence. But it really comes down to this. If you've done it all, if you've tried really, really hard in your exams, then you can have confidence that you will do well in your upcoming exams. I know it can be stressful, I know it can be difficult at times, but if you've done well, or even if you've done poorly, just say, I've done all I can, I'll leave it up to God, I've done the very best I can, and that is the most important thing. And also, if you've liked this hat, my new Panama hat, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you there. God bless.